I'm just gonna tell you guys this is part 3 of brushing the upper cabinets. This is the next video and the 3-video sequel of I don't even know what you want to call it. It's I try to break them up into smaller sections because it takes me about an hour to do each like individual cabinet section. Like I did the pieces under the sink. That took me about an hour to do it, and then it took me about an hour to do the pullouts, and then it takes me about an hour to do this, which I wanted to record that stupid video of painting that board that's beside me right now. I was actually talking about it, and I completely forgot that I didn't record it, and I do got a video that's me painting a big area, so I can still show you guys how to do it. It's my fault. I should have paid attention a little closer. I thought I did record it, but I must not have. I'll double check my recording to see if I did. If I did, I could have sworn I did. But with that said, hit the subscribe button because I'm trying to grow my channel, and like I said, I'm really trying to get up there and give these other content creators the run for their money, because it's funny to watch somebody make a video that's never painted. Anybody that's got a tool belt on should not be painting. And I'm not trying to be rude. Like, I'm not. I wish him the best. I do. Love him to death. Even though I don't know who it is. But it's funny to see people paint that really don't know how to do it. And they get on, like, you can definitely tell it's all they're talking off of a script. I've never used a script. I just tell you exactly what I know, and I try to keep it simple and down to earth as possible without trying to get too into the weeds, because I don't want to do that. But if you can, hit that subscribe button, because I'm trying to get my channel, like I said, and I'm really trying to get my stuff out there, because I really do like go over the top and put this stuff out there for you guys. And leave a comment, tell me what you think, and hit that like button, because it actually shows me that you guys like it, and it does make me feel a little bit better knowing that you guys actually take consideration in it. And thank you for watching it. So, thank you. But if you want, I'll make the video, because I was trying to, in my last video, I was explaining how painting little areas is one thing. Because like the piece I'm doing right now, it's really hard to do because it's only like 2 inches wide, and I'm not going past that. I'm not going around it. Like, I'm not doing the half-inch piece beside it. I'm not doing the other. Well, I am doing the right side, but that's like a whole nother little project in itself. So it's not like I'm actually doing that right now. But the piece that I'm doing is just that 2-inch piece, just the front of it. We call it facing it off. And just like the cabinet, I'm cutting I'm just on the face of it. The inside stands stained. So if you paint the edge and you get that rope on the back side of it, that's like a real thick paint line. It's very common. I do it all the time. You'll see me grab my rag and wipe it off. It's very common. But I don't like leaving it on. If it wasn't for this, I wouldn't even bother with it. Half the time, I just wait till it dried and cut it. But if you leave that rope on there and you shut your cabinets, it'll stick your cabinet together, because it'll actually create like wet paint around that edge, and then when you see it, then when you close your cabinet, it actually sits tight, and it'll actually like stick the cabinet to the other it'll stick the cabinet to the frame, and you don't want to do that, because then you'll have to get the knife out, cut it, and then you're down to sanding it, because it looks like, you know what I mean, it'll cause damage. It'll peel the paint off if it don't break something. So you don't want to do that. And that's why I was saying it's actually a very good thing to keep a wet rag, which is when you hit that edge, you can take a wet rag and just wipe it down it and keep wiping it till you get it off. It's not hard. Throw the rag away when you're done with it if you want, or you can wash it out. Don't matter. But I usually wash mine out and reuse them if I can, because a bag of rags is like $45. but it's just one of those things. Like I'm doing it right now. I'm getting an extra build up paint that my like as I'm brushing it, it'll actually like the sharp edge will just rip the paint out of the brush, and it'll create this big nasty rip back here. But like I said, that's not here or there. It's just some information for you if you do it yourself to watch for that, because I see that mistake happen all the time with someone like myself. So it's definitely an issue with myself and someone else. You know, just like the other projects that I was doing, what I do is I like to do the outer edge first, and you'll notice that the back of the cabinet's already painted. I did that when I did that little corner piece back there. Like I ran the left side of it up, and then I did the hinge side, and then I took the hinge side around and brought it out the front a little bit, and then I was able to tie into it that way. And that really I ended up having to do it that way because when I was there, it was the areas are so tight, like it's almost impossible to get the backside of this one area because the brush don't spread that far. Like I gotta get the brush down and turn to get to this one spot, and there's not enough room to do that to even get it to get the brush in a position to do it. So it's kind of hard to do. So when I was doing it, I was getting paint everywhere, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna paint it all at the same time, and that's how I ended up having to do that. But that was part of the project that I did on the front side on this piece that the cabinet door is leaning on now. That little box that's on the front, it's like a little bump out. I don't know if it's like I don't know if there's like lines or something in behind it, like water lines or something. But whatever it is, it's hollow, and it's just basically like a framed off piece of plywood. So I did that little piece as one, and then I did the cabinet door as another section, and I tried to dumb it down like that so I can have cutoff points, so I'm not getting getting too far ahead of myself. And that's the biggest thing that you don't want to do. You don't want to paint areas that you're not like you got to work to that area. You don't work. You can't really just bounce around. So if you can start in the corner, that's cool. If you can start at the bottom and then work your way around, that's cool. Some people like to do tops and bottoms, then sides to sides. It's really whatever your preference is, whatever you're faster at, you know what you can handle. But it's just one of those things that it's really nice to be in control of what you're doing. Because if it gets overwhelming, then you don't want to do it. And that's not the problem. Like that's not what we want. We want you to be able to be in control of this, so you don't feel like it's getting out of hand and it's not understanding. Because I find myself talking to homeowners and they get really overwhelmed when I explain stuff to them, and it's like it's not as bad as it looks. If you watch me do it, you would totally understand. It just sounds really complicated because it's a lot going on at once, but it's really not. It just sounds like a lot. Not to mention, the actual front of this door that I'm doing is one of those big long areas that you gotta actually do one swipe at a time, top to bottom. And this is one of them. This is one of those little anomalies that you actually gotta paint top to bottom with one swipe. And what you gotta do is you gotta take your brush, instead of turning it sideways where it's wider, you want to turn it straight up and down where it's skinnier. And you want to dip your paint and you want to spread it straight up and straight down. And then you want to brush it in, like grind it in, push as hard as you can. You ain't gotta push hard as you can, but you want to put some force on it, because there's little pinholes in this grain from where it's originally stained, and you want to be able to fill that stuff up. You want to be able to fill the grains up, and you want to get a nice level. You want to get your paint spread, because that's why I was talking about having a stiffer brush. It's nice to have a stiffer brush because then I can push my paint around where I need it better. Like I said, you want to have control of this stuff. You don't want it to just be overwhelming and not understand it. So if you got a real soft brush, you're gonna be brushing the crap out of it and it won't go nowhere, and that's not what we want. And then you'll end up having to put it on way too thick, and then it won't look right because it'll either start sagging on you or it'll take forever for it to dry. And that's not the case. That's not what we want to do. We want to try to do it, give it a decent paint job the first time, and the way of doing that is just put thin coats on it and making sure you put paint where you need it and spreading it out. And then, because you can scrub straight up and down in one straight line 3 or 4 good times to get the paint spreaded, and then your very last swipe, you take it one direction, all down. Start at the top, pull it down. Start at the top, pull it down. Scrub it in, start at the top, pull it down. Scrub it in, start at the top, pull it down. It's very simple. And you start from the left side, go to the right, or you start from the left side, or right side, sorry. You can start from the right side and go to the left. And that's it. Because, like, I'm right-handed, so I like to work left to right. And left-handers like to work right to left. And that's what that means when you hear people say that. It's like if I'm cutting bottoms, I like to go right to left. It's faster for me to be on my right side cutting than it is to go on the left side, because then I gotta cross my body to do it. And it's just one of those things. That's not here or there. It's just giving you an idea. There's a difference in a right-handed painter and a left-handed painter. There really is. The way a left-handed painter paints is backwards from the way I paint, because I'm right-handed. I go at it from right to left, and a left-handed guy goes at it from left to right, and it's just the way it is. Start and stop points are very vital when it comes to getting a paint job. Like on a paint job, your start and stop points are everything. And if you notice, that's what I'm doing. Start and stop points are very vital. And if you notice, I went across the bottom, one across the top. Now I'm doing that right leg that's coming down. I already did the down part. Now all my brush strokes are going to come down. Then I'm going to do the other leg, and then I'm going to bring all them down. And it gives me I'll be able to start at the top of it, turn my brush just a hair, get on the butt joint, come down the side of the butt joint, and just bring it all the way down and keep my brush strokes in it. It's very simple. It's not complicated. It's a lot of common sense. It really is. Like, I would say 90% of the stuff I'm doing is common sense. It really is. Just, we really based our, when we try to do this, we had to realize that whatever we do, we got to be able to explain to a homeowner and teach to other painters, because I would say me alone, I've taught probably 10 or 15 different guys how to do this stuff, and they're still painting today, and they're doing great. But it took a little bit of work, but needless to say, they're doing good. I would say a couple have moved on to a factory job, but I'm getting off topic. But and now I'm either going to start this door on the right side, or I'm going to start this door on the left side. I'm either going to start at the top, or I'm going to start at the bottom. And here in a second, as soon as I see where I start at, because I ain't seen this video today or so, I'll be able to understand where I'm at with it. Yep, start at the top, left-hand corner, and I take it down. I'll take it down. Right now, I'm spreading my paint. That's what I'm doing. I'm scrubbing my paint down into the holes. I'm getting that corner good. Then I'm going to bring it up. Then I'm going to bring the top down into that. And now I'll repeat that all the way across the door. Scrub it in, tie my top in, tie my bottom in. And if you notice, I'm pulling it out just a hair farther than what I'm actually painting. And that's my next move. Having your next move ready, and like I said, your next move up is nice to do. It's a nice little, it's a little trick that you gotta teach yourself, so you don't keep just working straight up and down. You can kick it out a little bit and work ahead. Yeah, it's crazy because there's a bunch of little pinholes in this stuff. Because the tip of the green has got like a little pit, like little. It looks like someone took a needle and just stabbed the crap out of it here and there. And you gotta fill those things up with paint so they'll seal up. So when you put the second coat on it, it'll just float right over top of it and give it a nice little coat. And same scenario, bring the bottom up, and then I'm gonna tie the top end to the bottom. And if you see me dragging it more than once or twice, it's because the paint's kind of thick, and I'm trying to thin it out a little bit. And you'll notice like the thickness of your brush strokes. If you got it thin on the right side and your left side, or if you got it thin on your left side and your right side is thicker, you'll notice you can drag it out and look like you can drag it up and back down, and it'll thin it out for you. But that's all you really do. You spread it, and if you don't spread it enough, spread a little bit more, and then back brush it. Same step. Start at the top, drag it down, kick it out a little bit, and that's what I'm doing right now. Is I got a hole right there, and bringing it up. And I'm gonna tie the top end to the bottom, and that's how you do a door, so you don't have lap marks. Lap marks is where you look down the wall and you see these big nasty lines in it, and you're like, man, why did it turn out like that? It's because the roller was set up like the like when someone rolls the wall and then they take a dip and then they roll it again and then they get back into that, and if that area that they already rolled starts setting up and you roll over top of it, it actually two coats that one area. The piece that you overlap does. That's why it's very vital to paint this stuff. Like every time you do something, you got to make sure that your paint's wet in that area. Like if your paint starts setting up, it's almost easier just to let it dry, like finish drying, and then come back and do it. Because if you try to like say if I took off and went back to the far left side and I try to get back into that paint right now, I tear that door up. Because the paint on the left is almost cured. It's almost dry right now. The paint in the middle is setting up. The paint on the right is going to be wet. But once again, I'm going to ask if you guys can hit that subscribe button, because I'm still trying to hit 1,000 subscribers. It's really important to me that I could do that. I'm going on almost doing this for 6 months, and I really need to get past this 500 mark hump into 1,000 so I can get my channel unmonetized, and it'd be a lot easier for me as a channel. So if you can hit that subscribe button, I'd be really grateful. So if you got anything from this, you can tell me thanks by hitting that. And leave a comment, tell me what you think. If you have any problems, you need help with yourself, just get a hold of my email if you want, or you can message me on here. I'm on here all the time, and I'll be able to answer that. I would say within 24 hours or so. If you want, hit the like button. Like that hitting the like button helps YouTube see that you guys are involving yourself in our content, and they like to see that stuff. Plus, it makes us feel good knowing that you like it. So, if you can hit the subscribe, leave a comment if you want, and hit the like button, I'd be really grateful. Love ya.